Hello, this is David Scott Peters with the revolutionize.com with today's quick tip. What do I want to talk to you about today is the one number you must know in your business to have any chance of making any money. And that number is called prime cost. For old-timers like me, that was called controllable expenses when I grew up in the industry. That was your total cost of goods sold plus your total labor cost, otherwise known as controllable expenses, in the control of management, how I hire, fire, train, use my people, purchase product, utilize that product. It's my report card. Today we call it prime cost. When I started my business over 12 years ago, that number was 65% for a full-service restaurant, 60% for a quick serve. That means for every dollar you've got coming in, you use 65 cents in people and product to deliver that product to the guest. Well, if it's my total cost of goods sold, which requires inventories, and look, if you're not taking inventories, look at your past 12 months purchases. That's your food cost, that's your pour cost divided by your sales for that 12 months, because there's not going to be such a big differentiation in your inventories. But I want you to take weekly inventories at some point in time that we can control that number. But I've got my food cost, my pour cost, total cost of goods sold, plus total labor cost. That's the ring at the register, meaning what I call raw labor cost. If I pay a cook $10 an hour, well, that's raw. Well, owners, guess what? You know, you pay them taxes, benefits, insurance. You've got money that comes out of your pocket. It's more like $12 an hour. So prime cost is total cost of goods sold plus total labor cost, including taxes, benefits, insurance. Management is in there, and so isn't the owner if you're running the business. Look, if you're working on your business rather than in it, you're not a part of prime cost. Now, what do we measure that against off? Gross sales or net sales? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, don't look at your POS system. Often what they call gross sales is not gross sales. That's net sales. Gross sales is the number we want to use. That's the ring at the register, before discounts, not including sales tax. Sales tax is not a sale. It's the privilege of the government gives us for holding their money, and if we don't give it to them in a timely fashion, they penalize the hell out of us. I'd rather borrow money from the mob. Now, if my gross sale, an example would be I sell a burger for $10, I comp $5, well, what is gross sales? $10 before the discount. Now, if I'm measuring total cost of goods sold and total labor cost against gross sales, it gives me a true picture of how my kitchen, my bar manager, my GM, front of house manager is doing. Because it's not their fault that you decided to do the crack cocaine of restaurant marketing at a 78% discount running a Groupon, right? You asked them to sell a $10 burger and use $3 in product. That's a 30% food cost. If I go off of net sales, that is $5 discount means I had a $5 burger, not 10. I'd have a 60% food cost. Is that fair? That's not accurate either. We're going to look at comps as a line item on a budget that we're going to control. So our targets in the old days was 65% full service, 60% quick serve. Well, things have changed. The economy took a dump 7-8 years ago. Our food costs have gone through the roof. It becomes more and more a challenge every day to make money in this business. I'm here to tell you today that if you do at least $850,000 a year or more in sales, your new prime cost target is 55%. 55%. That means if you're $1 million business and you've been running off a 65% prime cost thinking you're doing well, I'm telling you there's 10 points on the table. $100,000 in bottom line profitability on the same sales you're doing right now. No get-rich schemes, no marketing plan, no, making money on the same sales you're doing right now. The only way you can truly attack your prime cost without giving up guest satisfaction, without giving up quality, without giving up the fact that we love our guests and our employees and we want everybody to be happy, never going against our core values of who we are, you need to have systems in place that you start to change your mindset that prime cost is something that can and will be controlled, and I'll still give my guest a great experience. There are many, many systems to be put in place to control your prime cost, and we have all of them here at the revolutionize.com, and I'd love to help you with them. Let my team help you. Give us a call.